governments around the world use a variety of different policy approaches to try and improve environmental outcomes related to agriculture. So today we're going to talk about 4 of those: payments, cross-compliance, extension and regulation. Starting with payments. Governments can offer direct payments to farmers for adopting environmentally friendly agricultural practices. So there are a number of schemes that do this. There's the Environmental Stewardship Program in the UK, the Conservation Reserve Program in the US, and the Australian Reef Rescue Program in Australia, which tries to protect the Great Barrier Reef. So Reef Rescue has involved payments to reduce grazing pressure and maintain ground cover, and payments to farmers to reduce nutrients, pesticides and sediment from entering the reef lagoon. Next, there's cross-compliance. In the European Union, farmers have been subject to compulsory cross-compliance since 2005. In order to receive standard income support, they have to meet basic environmental requirements, or even it's more broad than just the environment. The requirements relate to environmental and agricultural land condition, food safety, and animal health and welfare. Then there's extension. We talked about extension in relation to efforts to try and improve agricultural production, but it's also used widely to promote environmental practices. Governments encourage adoption of pro-environmental practices through education, training, raising awareness, supporting farmer groups and networks, and providing information. In Australia, the National Landcare Program was an innovative program that commenced at the start of the 1990s and was really our main environmental program through the 1990s. But more recent programs have broadened out the range of tools that are used, and we no longer rely primarily on extension. We found that it was effective up to a point, but really only had a modest impact on adoption of new conservation-related practices in the long term. And then there's regulation. Governments use regulations to prohibit or mandate certain environmental management practices. Now, all Australian states have laws that constrain clearing of native vegetation on farms. A lot of clearing's already occurred, and it's illegal to clear more without a permit, and it's relatively difficult to obtain a permit. And a bit similar to that, in Brazil, the Forest Code was established in 1965, which required farmers in the Amazon to maintain 80% of their land as forest, although this code was weakened to some degree in 2012. So in summary, governments make use of a wide range of different types of policy instruments to try and deliver environmental benefits. And we've looked at several examples: payments, cross-compliance, extension programs and regulation.